Good evening, guys. In the last session, we discussed about loops concept. We discussed about loops concept. In the Java, we have while loop, we have do while loop, do while loop, and we have for loop also. There is a concept called for each loop also available, but for each loop we are going to use with arrays and collections. So as of now, we don't know arrays and collections, so we have not discussed about for each loop. Then after we discussed about we discussed about transfer or branching statements. Transfer or branching statements we have discussed. In this, we have keywords like break keyword is available, and we have a keyword called continue keyword available, and there is another keyword called return keyword for used for returning some value. Use it to return use it to return some value from the method. So when we are working with the methods, then we are going to understand what is the purpose of return. Loops and transfer statements we have discussed. So with this, we are done with conditional statements. We are done with the conditional statements. As part of conditional statements, we discussed about simple if else, simple if else, and if else, if else ladder, and we discussed about switch case also. Simple if else ladder, switch case. These are used for executing conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to execute the code only once. Execute the code only once based on condition. Execute the code only once based on the condition. For that, we will go for conditional statements. Loops. Execute the code repeatedly based on condition or range. So here, if you want to execute the same piece of code multiple times, then you can go for loop concept. While loop, do while loop, for each loop is available. While loop, do while loop are called as conditional based loop. For loop is called as range based loop. Right. Loops are used to execute the code repeatedly, repeatedly based on condition or range. Transfer are branching statements. So to come out from come out from loop, to skip loop iteration, to skip loop iteration, to come out from method, to come out from method. Break is used to come out from the loop or switch case. Continue is used to skip the loop iteration. Current iteration, only one iteration it will skip based on the condition. And return, it is used to return some value from the method. For this, we are going for transfer or branching statements. So with this, we are done with operators and control statements. Coming to operators, to perform some operation. To perform some operation, we are going to use operators. So here we have arithmetic operators, relational operators, arithmetic operators available, relational operators available, and we have relational operators available, and we have logical operators available, and we have ternary operator, we have assignment operator, and new operator, dot operator, new operator, dot operator. So with this, we are done with operators and control statements. So what is our chapter 2? Our chapter 2 is all about operators and control statements. Operators and control statements is our chapter 2. So successfully we completed 2 chapters in our core Java. First one is very basic part, variables, data types we covered. Here we covered operators and control statements. What is operator? Operator is a symbol which is used to perform some operation. Here operators are divided into several types. Arithmetic operators available, relational operators available, logical operators available, ternary operator available. Ternary operator is also called as conditional operator, assignment operator, new operator, dot operator. Conditional statements execute the code only once based on the condition. Simple if else, if ladder, switch case is available. Loops concept. Loops are used to execute the code repeatedly based on the condition. While loop available, do while loop available, for loop available, for each loop available. Branching statements. So to come out from the method, to come out from the loop, or to skip the loop, we are using branching statements. Are you guys clear with chapter 2? Are you guys clear with this chapter 2? Are you comfortable? Yes or no? Good. Now, so here, last, 2 days back, I have given one assignment. Write a Java program to read shoes brand name from keyboard. Based on the brand name, print brand slogan like below. Here, if I give the brand name as a Nike, then it should print just to do it. If I print the brand name as Adidas, it should print the slogan. It should print that slogan. For Puma, it should print this slogan. For Reebok, it should print this slogan. So some people are able to do the assignment and some people are not able to do the assignment. So today I will talk about how to implement those assignment programs which I have given. So yesterday, I think yesterday before yesterday, I have given 3 assignments. One is for shoes program, another one is PF program, and another one is marriage eligibility program. 3 programs I have given. And today I have given another 4 programs. One is used to print a pyramid pattern. Another one is used to print a right triangle star pattern. Another one is used to print a left triangle star pattern. Another program is used to print a descending order pattern. Are you guys able to do this assignment? Are you guys able to do this assignment? Now, let me explain these assignment programs now. So first, let's talk about shoes program. What is the shoes program? Write a Java program to read shoe brand name from keyboard. Based on the brand name, print a brand slogan like below. So brand name we need to read from the keyboard. Based on the brand name, we need to print the brand slogan. Let us take a class shoes. Class shoes. I'm taking the class name as a shoes. Inside this, I'm taking a method public static void main string arguments. String arguments. Now, shoe brand name should come from the keyboard. How to read the data from the keyboard? We already discussed about that. Input stream reader ISR is equal to new input stream reader ISR is equal to new input stream reader. I'm going to connect this with the keyboard input system.in. Now system.in input stream reader, we need to import java.io.star package. Input stream reader is a predefined class available in the IO package. So I'm importing that class. Next one, we need to connect this input stream reader with the buffer reader. Buffer reader BR is equal to new buffered reader of input stream reader. Input stream reader object I am connecting to buffered reader. In the buffered reader, we can read the shoe brand name. Enter brand name. So let me write one SOP statement. System.out.println. I'm writing enter brand name. Just a message for the user to enter the brand name. So how user will enter the brand name in the keyboard? As a text. I want to read it. There is a method called br.readline. Directly we will get that string value, string brand. string brand value I am getting. Input stream reader ISR is equal to new input stream reader of system.in. User will enter the data. That data I'm reading by using read line method. That whatever the data user is entered, that data is stored into brand variable. The data is stored into brand variable. Now here we need to write a switch case. Brand we need to pass. As I discussed in the session, string also can be supplied as the input for the switch case from Java 1.7. Whatever the brand name we are getting from the keyboard, that brand name I am passing to switch case. So what are the brands we have? Nike we have, Puma we have, Nike we have, Adidas we have, Puma we have, Reebok we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 brands are available. So 4 cases I need to write. So what should be my case name? First case I will specify. If case is Nike, then let's print system.out.println Nike brand just to do it. If the case is matching with Nike, I need to print that message as just to do it. After Nike printing is completed, I need to come out from the switch case. For that, I am giving break. So similarly, if case is not Nike, I'm checking with case is Adidas. If case is Adidas, then I need to write system.out.println Adidas brand name. Impossible is nothing. Okay. So here case here whatever you no need to convert into integer, guys. When you are dealing with numbers, that number should be converted to integer by using integer.parseInt. But here brand name is a group of characters. It is a string value. So you no need to do any conversion. Whatever the string value you are getting from the keyboard, that string value directly you can pass in the switch case. Case should match with that string. If a case is Nike, that means if the brand that you enter in the keyboard is Nike, then first case will match, then it will print just to do it, then break, come out from the switch case. If a case is not Nike, it will check case is Adidas. If a case is Adidas, it will print impossible is nothing, then come out from that switch case. For that we are using break. Similarly, case, if it is Puma, then I need to execute some statement system.out.println Puma slogan. So what is the slogan given for Puma? Forever faster. Forever faster. After Puma is printed, I need to break this statement. Okay. Then I will go for case Reebok. Reebok. If the case matching with Reebok, I need to print I am what I am. System.out.println I am what I am. Then do the break. Then do the break. Whatever the brand name user is entered, it is not Nike, it is not Adidas, it is not Puma, it is not Reebok. Then we need to write default statement. What is that? System.out.println no brand found. No brand found. No slogan found. Something like this. Brand not found. Brand not found. So this is the program to write this logic. This is the logic of our program. This is the logic of our program. This is the logic of our program. Okay. See here. Input stream reader ISR is equal to new input stream reader. Input stream reader I am connecting to buffered reader. So from the buffered reader, for the buffer reader we are passing input stream reader. Then br.readline, enter brand name. We are getting the brand name. Brand name we are getting and directly keeping in the string variable. Variable data type is a string. You no need to convert that to the integer because we need to check the brand name string only. So as it is, that string I am passing to switch case, switch brand. If a brand is Nike, then case is Nike. Whatever the value I am passing to the switch, same type case I am writing. Brand is a string, so my case is also string. If a case is Nike, it will print just to do it, then it will break. That means you will come out from the switch case. If the brand name is Adidas, it will print impossible is nothing, then we'll come out from that. If a brand name is Puma, then it will print forever faster. Then we will come out from the switch case. If the brand name is Reebok, it will print I am what I am. Then it will come out from that break. If brand is not matching to any of these names, then it will go to default. It will print brand not found. So this is the logic of our program. Are you guys able to understand this logic now? Are you guys able to understand this logic? This break you can keep in the same line also, no problem. This break you can keep in the same line also, no problem. To reduce the number of lines, I'm keeping the break in the same line. It will break after that statement is executed. It will break the execution after that statement is executed. Case Nike, case Adidas, case Puma, case Reebok, and it is default. So switch case is taking brand, that is a string. That is a string. Are you clear? Now save this program. Let us save this program. So the program name is shoes.java. Go to command prompt. Go to command prompt. Run our program. CMD. So the class name is shoes. Java C shoes.java. It is failing because exception is coming. So we need to throw the exception. From the main method, we are writing throws exception. Throws exception. Java C shoes.java compiled Java space shoes. It is asking brand name. Let me give the brand name as Puma, forever faster. Run the program. I'm giving the brand name as Nike. Just do it. Swoosh. I'm giving the brand name as Snum Snipper. Okay. Brand not found. Are you guys getting my point? Is our program executing as expected? If it is a Puma, it should print it as forever faster. Okay. When I give the brand name as Nike, it is printing as just do it. When I enter the brand name as a snipper, the brand is not found. Look at this logic now. Look at this logic now. Anybody not able to understand this logic? Anybody not able to understand this logic? Ashish, why you need while loop here? If the brand name is matching, slogan is one-time execution, right? I want to print the slogan only one time. So that's why we are keeping as a switch case. If you want to print the same thing again and again and again, then you will go for loop. Here, we don't need that loop concept. Here, we don't need the loop concept. Yes, string means a group of characters. You can store anything in the string. String means a group of character. You can store anything in the string. Whenever you execute this program, br.readline, whatever you enter, the complete line it is going to read, it will store into brand variable. That brand variable I am passing to the switch. It will check case brand is Nike. If the brand you have given as Nike, then first statement will execute. Then it will break means come out from the switch case. Come out from the switch case. Okay. Please explain input stream reader and buffer reader. That completed 3 days back, Mr. Dax. 3 days back, I explained what is input stream reader and buffer reader. Input stream reader, buffer reader classes are predefined in the java.io package. They are used to read the data from the keyboard. They're used to read the data from the keyboard. All right, guys. So with this, we are able to complete our first program, shoes program. Now, we have a second program. Write a Java program to read a person basic salary and calculate provident fund amount from the basic salary. Guys, tomorrow when you join in the company, So company will decide your salary, right? Your salary will be divided into multiple parts. PF amount will be available, medical insurance amount will be available, house rent allowance will be available, and extra additional allowances will be available like that. So PF, 12% of your basic salary will be the PF. So for every employee, one PF account will be created by the company. Company will keep 12% of your basic salary in the PF account. When you leave the company, then you need to withdraw the PF amount, or you can transfer the PF amount to the new PF account. So for every employee, PF will be available, Provident Fund. So it is kind of a security for every employee that company is providing. If company give 30,000 salary per month, you will use the 30,000 in that month. Then you will wait for the next month's salary. So by keeping employees' safety in the mind, every company will give PF facility, Provident Fund. So 12% of your basic salary, they will keep in your PF account. They will not give you on every month. 12% of your basic salary, they will keep in your PF account. Once you leave that company, then you need to withdraw that PF account. Nowadays, when you are going to join the IT companies, they will ask, do you have a PF account? That means if you are working for a company, then you will have a PF account. So every company will give you one PF account. One PF account belongs to one company, one employee. So if you have multiple PF accounts, then you will have one UAN. That UAN will be linked to all the PF accounts. Okay. So at the end of the course, I will tell you what is that PF and how the PF will be available, how the tax calculations will be available in the IT company. All the stuff we are going to discuss in the future classes. So here, simple program you need to write. Read the person basic salary and calculate PF amount from the basic salary. What is the formula to calculate the PF? So how much basic salary you are getting? In that basic salary, 12% will be available. 12% will be available as a PF amount. Anybody written the program for that? Java program to read the basic salary and calculate PF of that basic salary. Can you send the program, guys? Can you write the program? Write a Java program to read person basic salary and calculate Provident Fund. Come on, guys. Can you guys send the program for the PF calculation? Anybody completed that? Anybody completed that? Come on, guys. How to calculate the PF amount? Why are you writing switch case, Roshani, for PF amount? Okay, you are deciding that based on the person name. Huh? All right. Let me write a program for that. Let me write a program for that. Class, we need to calculate employee PF. We need to calculate employee PF, class employee PF. Here I'm writing a method public static void main string arguments. String arguments. We need to read the basic salary from the keyboard. To read the basic salary from the keyboard, we are using input stream reader. ISR is equal to new input stream reader of system.in. New input stream reader of system.in. Now here we are going to keep import java.io.star. Input stream reader class is available in IO package. Now, whatever the exception we are getting, throws exception. We are throwing that exception. Then we are going to use buffered reader. Buffered reader BR is equal to new buffered reader. Buffered reader BR is equal to new buffered reader. In that we are passing input stream reader. Input stream reader. We need to read the basic salary. Okay. To read that basic salary, first I'm telling to enter the basic salary. System.out.println. Enter basic salary. Enter basic salary. To read that basic salary, we are using br.readline. We are using br.readline. So the data we are getting in the string format. Buffered reader we are using, so everything it will read as a string. br.readline. br.readline. Enter basic salary. We are reading the data as a string. In order to convert that, in order to calculate the PF, we need to apply a formula. 12% basic salary. Okay. Basic salary multiplied by 12 divided by 100. What is the formula we need to use? What is the formula to calculate the percentage, guys? Basic salary multiplied by 12 divided by 100. That is the PF amount we need to get. In order to do that calculation, here we are getting the basic salary in the string format. I want to convert the basic salary into double format. Can you tell me how to convert the string to double? Can you guys tell me how to convert the string value to the double value? What is the code I need to write to convert the string value to double value? What is the code I need to write to convert the string value to double value? Come on, guys. Any idea? Yes. To convert the integer, to convert the string value to integer value, we have written the code like this, right? We are getting string str is equal to br.readline. String str is equal to br.readline. Then we are writing integer dot parse int of str. Okay, it is giving int value. To convert string value to int value, we are using integer. Similarly, to convert that string value to double value, we need to go for double dot parse double. What is the method we have? Double dot parse double. Now we will take double basic salary. Double basic salary is equal to double dot parse double. So this is the code we need to write to convert the string value to double value. When we are converting string to integer, we are using integer dot parseInt. Integer is one class. In that class, parseInt is one method. Similarly, to convert the string value to double value, there is a predefined class called double. Double dot parse double of string. Which string you want to convert to the double? Pass the string value, then it will convert into double value. So this is the line of code we need to write. So str is equal to br.readline. We got the string data. Convert the string data to double data. For that we are using double dot parse double of str. Double dot parse double of str, which will give double basic salary. double basic salary is equal to double dot to parse double. I got the basic salary. I want to calculate the PF. I want to calculate the PF. Double PF is equal to basic salary multiplied by 12 divided by 100. So this is the formula. Basic salary multiplied by 12 divided by 100 divided by 100. So can I say this is used to calculate the PF? Can I say this is the formula to calculate the PF? 12% of the basic salary is the PF amount. So how to calculate the 12%? Basic salary multiplied by 12 divided by 100. Multiplied by 12 divided by 100. Are you guys able to understand my point? Are you guys able to understand? Any questions, anybody? Anybody having any questions? Clear for all of you? Clear for all of you? If a salary is not in the double format, also no problem. If you enter just 5,000, also no issue. That will be stored into the double value. So int value, if you enter also, int is having 4 bytes, double is having 8 bytes. Int value can be stored into double variable, no problem. No problem. It will take care of that. Now system dot out dot println of PF. System dot out dot println of PF. Are you guys clear with this program? Now, what is the program class name? EMP PF is the class name. EMP PF, that means employee PF. Employee PF dot Java. I saved it. Go to command prompt, run this program. Java C EMP PF dot Java, Java space EMP PF. Enter basic salary. I'm entering basic salary as 5,000. If you want to enter decimal or if you don't enter decimal, no problem. So what is the PF amount I'm getting? What is the PF amount I'm getting? 600. If your basic salary is 5,000, the PF you will get the 600. 600. Are you able to understand? Are you guys able to understand? What is the 12 percentage of 5,600? Suppose if your basic salary is 18,000, normal salary is different, basic salary is different, guys. If basic salary is 18,000, then 2,100 will be your PF amount. 2,100, 2,160 will be your PF amount. If you are having basic salary as 18,000, then 2,160 rupees will be added to your PF account from your salary. You will not get this salary every month. This salary will be added to your PF account. Once you leave that company, then you can take that PF amount. So see the calculation. I'm reading the basic salary from the keyboard by using buffered reader. Whenever you read some data from the keyboard using buffered reader, that data you are getting as a string value. Now that string value I am converting to double value. To convert the string value to the double value, we are using double dot parse double method. Double is a predefined class in the Java. In that class, parse double is the method. Whatever the text you enter in the keyboard, that value will be represented in the double value. Double PF is equal to basic salary multiplied by 12 divided by 100. So how much basic salary you have? In that 12% of amount, 12% will be your PF. I have given that formula. What is the formula? Provident fund is 12% of basic salary. So how to calculate 12% of your basic salary? With this formula, you can get the PF amount. That PF amount I'm printing on the console. For example, if your employee having 24,000 as a basic salary, then his PF will be 2,880 rupees. 2,880 rupees will be that employee provident fund amount. Are you able to understand this logic, guys? Are you able to understand this logic now? Just it is percentage calculation. It is just a percentage calculation. That's it. This program is percentage calculation. Clear na? Yes. What is the next program? What is the next program? Write a Java program to read person age and person salary and print his eligibility for the marriage. How many values we need to read? We need to read the person age and we need to read the person salary. If a person age is less than 30 and salary greater than 1 lakh, then only that person is eligible for marriage. Yes or no? Right. So let us try to write the logic for that program. Marriage class. Okay. Marriage class. Class marriage. Class marriage. Then let us write a method. Public static void main string arguments. String arguments. So generally, if you go for arranged marriage, then this kind of conditions will be available. What is your age? How much salary you are getting? When you will go to foreign? In which company you are working? These kind of questions. Anybody having that experience? Anybody having that experience? No, I think still you are just completed your BTech or MCA. So in future, you will face this problem. Okay. So generally, when you go for arranged marriages, this kind of situations you will encounter. So your parents will tell, so tomorrow we need to go to that house. So we need to see the girl for your marriage. When you go to that house, when you see her, then she will start, or her parents will start asking the questions. In which company you are working? How much salary you are getting? Do you have any loans? Do you have any EMIs? Is your company providing on-site opportunity or not? When you will purchase a house? When you will purchase a car? How much bank balance you have? First, they will check all these things. Then only they will fix your marriage. So that became that became mandatory in the India basically. That became mandatory in the India. Even when I have been to see, now currently I'm married. When I have been to see that girl, those people also ask the same questions. In which company you are working? How many years experience you have? How much bank balance you have? It's safety, right? Her parents will think about safety. Her parents will think about safety. Yes or no? It depends. Now, simple. If we have a sister, if somebody came to see our sister for a marriage, we will also check the details, right? Where that person is working, and we will do background check also. Really, that person is working in the company or not? We will check his payslip, how much salary he is getting, how many loans he is having. That basically that trend is going on currently. Boys, you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. Got it? It's common. Everybody will ask, what is your salary, where you are working, how much bank balance you have, because her parents will think about her security. अगर आपके पास job नहीं है तो, if you have very less salary, then how you will take care of your family? Safety purpose, they will check it. Boys should be very careful. Okay, guys. Now, so all of you written the program. Don't get scared. Definitely आपको बहुत अच्छे से job मिलेगा, ज़्यादा package भी मिलेगा. डरना मत भाई. Don't Don't get into that serious now. So you have a lot of time for that. Okay. Cello. Yeah. Anybody has written that program? Anybody has written that program? Come on. Yes. So can I write that program now? Can I write that program? Yes. So what is the program? Write a Java program to read person age and person salary and print his eligibility for the marriage. Okay. First, input stream reader ISR is equal to new input stream reader, then system dot in. Then take it buffered reader BR is equal to new buffered reader SISR. BR dot read line. How many times I need to read the data now? How many times I need to read the data? String str1. I need to read the data 2 times, guys. One is for person salary, another one is for person age. I need person age and I need person salary. So my program should read the data from the keyboard in 2 times, in 2 formats, right? So here first I will write it system dot out dot println enter age. Enter your age. Enter your age. So first I'm reading br dot read line. Then the next one system dot out dot println enter your salary. Enter your salary. Then I'm writing br dot read line. Br dot read line. Here I'm storing that string str2 is equal to br dot read line. So I'm reading that data from keyboard 2 times. First time I'm reading for age. Second time I'm reading for salary. Now age. Age I got in the string format. Salary also I got in the string format. Now we need to convert. We need to convert first string into integer, that is age. How to convert? Integer dot parseInt of str1. Then here int age. So first time when I am reading br.readline, I will get str1. That str1 I converted to integer by using integer dot parseInt. Second time I am reading salary. Now I am converting that str2 into double. Double salary is equal to double dot parse double str2. str1 I am considering as a age. I am converting that into integer. str2 I am considering as a salary. I am converting into double. Are you able to understand this program? Are you able to understand this program? My requirement is like that. Write a Java program to read person age and person salary and print his eligibility for the marriage. Write a Java program to read person age and person salary and print his eligibility for the marriage. Age is required, salary is required. So I need to read the data 2 times. So system.out.println enter age. First value that you enter, I'm storing into str1 variable. str1 variable is representing age data. So age I am converting into int value. You can convert into byte value also, no problem. Integer dot parseInt of str1 that will be stored into int age. Then enter your salary. br dot readline str2 we are getting. That str2 we are converting into double value. We are storing into salary variable. Now I have age data. Now I have salary data. Now I need to check the condition. So here for marriage eligibility, do we have one condition or we have 2 conditions, guys? If a person age less than 30, salary greater than 1 lakh, then only eligible for marriage. So I need to check one condition or I need to check 2 conditions here. Guys, I need to check one condition. I need to check 2 condition. I need to check two conditions. I need to check only one condition. I need to check two conditions. Two conditions should satisfy, or only one condition should satisfy for eligibility. If two conditions are satisfied, then only that person is eligible. Otherwise, he is not eligible. Do I need to write this input stream reader, buffer reader two times, or only one time it is sufficient? br.readline I am calling two times. That's it. You no need to write these two lines of code every time. Okay. So buffer reader I am writing only one time. Method I am calling two times. br.readline, br.readline. Okay. Now, if age less than 30, if age less than 30 and salary greater than 1 lakh, 1 lakh means 5 zeros. If salary greater than 1 lakh, then if else. So two conditions I need to check. If a condition satisfy, how many times I need to print that you are eligible for marriage? बार बार print करना और एक ही बार print करना? Only one time I need to print the statement, right? If I want to print the statement one time, should I go for conditional statement or I need to go for loop statement? Do I need to go for conditional statement or I need to go for looping statement? I need to go for only conditional statement. So can I do that by using if condition? Condition 1 and condition 2. If condition 1 is true and condition 2 is true, then only if will be true. If both conditions are satisfied, then only this statement will execute. System.out.println, you are eligible. You are eligible for marriage. You are eligible for marriage. Now, system.out.println, you are not eligible for marriage. You are not eligible for marriage. Are you clear with my code? Easy to understand or difficult to understand? Is the code is easy or code is difficult? Just you need to understand the requirement properly. You need to understand the requirement properly. We need to read the data. What data we need to read? We need to check the person marriage eligibility. To check the marriage eligibility, we need to check two conditions. One is age condition, another one is a salary condition. So we need age data and we need salary data. Age data we are reading from the keyboard. Salary data we are reading from the keyboard. If age less than 30 and salary greater than 1 lakh, then statement will be executed. Else, if this condition not, if these two, if any one condition is failed, then it will go to else block. Both the conditions should satisfy because that is the marriage requirement. That is the marriage requirement. Then throw the exception. Then throw the exception. Throws exception. What is the class name? Class name I have given as a marriage. Save this program. Marriage.java. Marriage.java. Okay, guys. Else go to Kasia. Somebody saying that sir else में please write go to Kasi. नहीं है भाई. You can increase your salary. अच्छे से Java full stack course सीखा ना. सीखे. I mean you just learn the Java full stack. Definitely you will get 1 lakh salary per month. हो जाएगा आपका शादी. टेंशन मत लेना. विश्वजीत. टेंशन मत लेना भाई. 6 महीने अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करो. आपको मिल जाएगा. गुड सैलरी मिल जाएगा. टेंशन मत लेना भाई. कितना है आपका एज? How old are you? Biswajit, how old are you, buddy? How old are you, Biswajit?
Sir, 29.
29. और एक साल है भाई आपको. Time है. You have 1 more year time. Good. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So here we are reading the age. First time we are reading the age, and age we are converting into integer. We are reading the salary. Salary we are converting to the double. So age less than 30, salary greater than 1 lakh, then you are eligible for marriage. Else you are not eligible for marriage. Save this program. Now check it. check it. Java C, marriage.java. Oh my God, so many errors. So many errors. What is that? Cannot find symbol. Input stream reader, buffered reader, buffered reader. Matlab, import is not there. What is the problem? Import statement is not there. Import statement is not there. Okay. Import java dot io dot star import. Okay guys, fine. Java C space marriage dot java compiled. Java space marriage. Java space marriage. Enter your age 25. Enter your salary 45,000. What is the output? Age I am giving 25, less than 30 only. Salary I am giving 45,000. So here, if statement is executing, else statement is executing. If statement is executed, or my else statement is executed. Come on guys. Age condition satisfied. Age is 25. 25 less than 30. First condition satisfy. What about second condition? Salary should be greater than 1 lakh. But how much is salary is having? 45,000. So in the if, first condition satisfied, but the second condition not satisfied. So if is failed. If is failed, then else statement is executed. Can I run the program once again? Marriage. Enter your age. Enter your age 28. Salary 1,42,000. Salary 1,42,000. You are eligible for marriage. Now age condition satisfied, salary condition also satisfied. So total, if is true, then this statement is executed. If a condition satisfied, my code should execute only one time. For that we will go for conditional statement. Conditional statement. Are you clear with this? If both conditions are satisfied, then only this statement will be executed. In these both conditions, if any one condition is satisfied, then else will execute. If both are execute conditions are satisfied, then only it will become true. If it is true, then only this statement will execute. If any one condition is fail, it will become false. Then else statement will execute. How many of you able to write this program correctly? How many of you written this program correctly when I gave the assignment? Guys, logical thinking is very important. Logical thinking is very important for the developers. Logical thinking is very important for the developers. Understand? Now we understood last assignment programs. Write a Java program to read shoes brand name. I used switch case. We completed that. Write a Java program to read salary and calculate the PF. We are able to do that. Write a Java program to read person age and person salary. Check the eligibility. We completed those 3 programs. Now after that, our programs are pattern printing. Are you able to do the pattern printing also, guys? Are you guys able to implement pattern printing? Can we try that now? In order to implement this pattern printing, we should go for conditional statements or we should go for looping statements. To do the pattern printing, We should go for conditional statements or we should go for looping statements. We should go for conditional statements or we should go for looping statements. We should go for looping statement. By using one loop, can we achieve this requirement? Can we implement a requirement by using one loop? Can we implement this requirement by using one loop? Impossible. We need to go for nested loop concept. We need to go for nested loop concept. What is the meaning of nested loop? Writing one loop inside the another loop is called as nested loop. Writing one loop inside the another loop is called as nested loop. Loop inside the loop is called as nested loop. Okay, yesterday we have written a program on the nested loop. Now observe carefully. I'm writing class. What is the first program? Pyramid program. Before going to pyramid, first let me print a right triangle. Right triangle. Okay, or else let me make it as a triangle. Class, right triangle or left triangle, we are going to write. Or else patterns. Let me call it as patterns. Pattern printing. My class name I'm taking as pattern printing. Class pattern printing. Write a main method, public, static, void, main, string arguments. Are you guys clear? Class pattern printing. Public, static, void, main, string arguments. Now I want to print first I want to print a right triangle. Yesterday we have done that already. For loop, integer I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. 5 times I want to print it. I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. Okay, first guys, I want to print right triangle pattern. First iteration, I want to print 1 star. In second iteration, I want to print 2 stars. In the third iteration, I want to print 3 stars. In the fourth iteration, I want to print 4 stars. In the fifth iteration, I want to print 5 stars. So this is our requirement. Okay, can we call this as right triangle? Guys, can we call this as a right triangle? Can we call this as a right triangle? Now, this is called as a right triangle. In this right triangle, we need to divide that into 2 parts, guys. How many rows we need? How many columns we need? How many rows we need? How many columns we need? For this loop, first understand how many rows we need to print in this pattern and how many columns we need to print in this pattern. Okay, how many rows we are printing? Rows are 5. How many columns we are printing? Columns are incrementing or columns are fixed here? Columns are incrementing. Okay, columns are incrementing. How the columns are incrementing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Columns is incrementing. Rows are 5. Total 5 columns I need and 5 rows I read. For first row, 1 star is required. For first row, we need 1 star. 1 star should be printed. Okay, when we are executing this program, when we run this program, for first row, 1 star should be printed. For second row, 2 stars should be printed. For third row, 3 stars should be printed. 3 stars should be printed for third row. For fourth row, 4 stars should be printed. 4 stars should be printed. For fifth row, 5 stars should be printed. 5 stars should be printed. So if you see, For every column, stars are increasing. For every column, stars are increasing. My star pattern is right triangle. 5 rows required, 5 columns required. So if I want to take 5 rows, now I will take outer loop with 5 times. Outer loop with 5. Inner loop, inner loop, inner loop based on outer loop counter. Inner loop based on outer loop counter. If outer loop executed one time, inner loop should execute only one time. If outer loop executed 2 times, second iteration, outer loop first iteration, inner loop should execute one iteration. Outer loop is second iteration, inner loop should execute 2 times. Outer loop third iteration, inner loop should execute 3 times. Based on the outer loop index, inner looping execution should be done. Done. Are you guys clear with this? Now, how we are going to do? For my outer loop execution, when the outer loop is executed one time, my inner loop also should execute one time. Into j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I, j plus plus. If I value is 1, if outer loop I value is 1, inner loop also will execute one time. If outer loop execution value I is 2, inner loop should execute 2 times. J less than or equal to I. If I is 1, j will be less than or equal to 1. If I is 2, j is less than or equal to 2. Outer loop counter is 1, inner loop should execute one time. Outer loop counter is 2, inner loop should execute 2 times. Outer loop counter is 3, inner loop should execute 3 times. Outer loop counter is 4, inner loop should execute 4 times. Outer loop counter is 5, inner loop should execute 5 times. Based on the outer loop variable value, inner loop execution will happen. Okay, first time when the outer loop first iteration, I want to print one star. If outer loop execution 1, inner loop will execute 1 star. Outer loop execution iteration 2, inner loop will execute 2 times, 2 stars should be printed. Star printing should be done in the inner loop only. System.out.print. System.out.print, just a star should be printed. Once the stars are printed, once the inner loop is completed, I want to break the line. System.out.println, just to break the line. Just to break the line, I'm writing one empty system.out.println in the outer loop. This is inner loop and this is outer loop. Based on the outer loop variable, inner loop will be executed. Once the inner loop execution is completed, println will execute for the next line. Now, let us save this program, pattern printing.java. Pattern printing.java. Okay, see this. Java C space pattern printing.java. Java space pattern printing. It is printing right triangle. It is printing right triangle. Okay, if you want to give some space here, star space if you give, then save it. Java space pattern printing.java. Java space pattern printing. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Right triangle printed. Right triangle printed. Come on, guys. Our right triangle printed. Are you able to understand right triangle printing? It's very simple. Right triangle printing is very simple. Understood? Understood how I am printing the right triangle? Any confusion in this? We are using nested for loop. We are using nested for loop. One loop inside another loop we are using. One loop we are using inside another loop. Come on, guys. Able to understand this program? Perfect. Perfect. There is nothing difficult, guys. For integer I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. When I value is 1, it will come inside the loop. Integer I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. When I value is 1, I less than or equal to 5 condition satisfy, it will come inside. When it come inside, into j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I. When the I value is 1, j value is also 1, right? 1 less than or equal to 1, condition satisfied, it will execute loop one time. Inner loop will execute one time. First time I value is 1, I less than or equal to 5, it came inside. J value is 1, j less than or equal to I value is 1, loop satisfied, condition satisfied, star printed. Then j value incremented, j value became 2, 2 less than or equal to 1, no. After printing 1 star, inner loop terminated. After printing 1 star, inner loop terminated. So first star is printed, inner loop terminated. Then this line is executed. It will break the line. It will go to the next line. Then outer loop will start. Outer loop I value incremented. I value became 2. 2 less than or equal to 5. Yes, condition satisfied. It came inside. J value is equal to 1. J less than or equal to I. J less than or equal to I. J value is 1 less than or equal to I value. 1 less than or equal to I. 2. I value 2. Second iteration. 1 less than or equal to 2. Condition satisfied. 1 star printed. In the second line. Then J value became 2. I value also 2. 2 less than or equal to 2. Condition satisfied. 1 more star printed. After that J value became 3. 2 less than or equal to 3. J value became 3, 3 less than or equal to 2, I value is 2, 3 less than or equal to 2, condition satisfied. Not satisfied, not satisfied. When the star is printed 2 times, loop is terminated. Then next line. So in the second row, 2 stars only printed. But that means when the I value is 2, this loop will execute 2 times. When the I value is 1, this loop will execute 1 time. When the I value is 2, this loop will execute 2 times. When the I value is 3, this loop will execute 3 times. So for every iteration, 1 star is incrementing. This is right triangle. This is right triangle. Are you got it? Understood? For every iteration of the outer loop, inner loop is executing. Now, I want to go for left triangle now. I want to go for left triangle now. What is the difference between right triangle and left triangle? What is the difference between right triangle and left triangle? What is the difference between right triangle and left triangle now? Come on, guys. Difference between right triangle and left triangle? Come on, guys. Can I say mirror image? Right triangle mirror image is left triangle. Yes. Now, if you see the left triangle, in the first row, how many stars are available? In the first row, how many stars are available? This is first row, right? This is first row. And this is second row. And this is third row. And this is fourth row. Now here, guys, when you go to this triangle, in the first row, 4 spaces plus 1 star. 4 spaces plus 1 star available. Okay. In the second row, 3 spaces plus 2 stars available. In this row, 2 spaces plus 3 stars available. Okay. And here, 1 space available plus 4 stars available. 1 space available, 4 stars available. Here, 0 spaces available, 0 spaces plus 5 stars available. 5 stars available. So what is the conclusion here? What is the conclusion here? What is the conclusion here? Guys, what is the conclusion here? What do you understand from this loop? What do you understand from this pattern? Spaces are decreasing, stars are increasing. Can I say like that? Spaces are decreasing, stars are increasing. Spaces are decreasing, stars are decreasing. Now, in first row, I need to print 4 spaces and I need to print 1 star. Got my point, guys? In the first row, I need to print 4 spaces and I need to print 1 star. In the second row, I need to print 3 spaces and I need to print 2 stars. In the third row, 2 spaces should be printed, 3 stars should be printed. In the fourth row, 1 space should be printed, 4 stars should be printed. In the fifth row, no spaces, all 5 stars should be printed. Do I need a nested loop? Do I need a nested loop for this also? Do I need a nested loop for this also? Not nested loop, not required. Huh? Can you guess how many loops I need now? Can you guess how many loops I need? Total, I need 3 loops. Total, I need 3 loops. 1 outer loop. Inside 1 outer loop, I need 1 loop. I need 1 loop and I need 1 more loop. So total 3 for loops I need for this requirement. Total 3 for loops I need for this requirement. So this is my outer loop. This is my inner loop and this is another inner loop. Inner loop 1, inner loop 2. What is the first purpose of first inner loop? To print spaces. This one to print stars. Got it, guys? Got my point? If you understand this program, you can understand the pyramid program also. If you can print a left triangle, pyramid program is as it is the same, just to 1 space change. That's it. If you can write the program for the left triangle, then you can write the pyramid program also very easily. If you can write the left triangle, then you can write the pyramid also. You can write the pyramid also. Okay, guys. So this is used to print spaces. This is used to print the spaces, and this is used to print the stars. How many rows I need to print? Outer loop represents rows. Outer loop to represent rows. Outer loop represent rows. To represent rows. To print spaces. To print stars. How many loops I'm taking? Total 3 loops I'm taking. Outer loop represents how many rows we need to print. I want to print 5 rows. I want to print 5 rows. I want to print 5 rows, guys. Okay. So here I'm taking integer I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, and I plus plus. I plus plus. I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. What is the meaning of that? It represents rows. It represents rows. Here I need to print spaces. Here I need to print stars. When the outer loop I value is 1, how many spaces should be printed and how many stars should be printed? When the I value is 1, that means the first row. In the first row, what is required? First row, 4 spaces should be printed, 1 star should be printed. That means, so here, inner loop 1, if I value is 1, how many times inner loop should execute? First inner loop should execute inner loop 1. Inner loop 1, and this is inner loop 2. Understand carefully. Very important logic. Here I'm taking 3 for loops. First for loop to represent a number of rows. Okay, that is called my outer loop. Outer loop represents number of rows. I want to print 5 rows. I is less than or equal to 5. Integer I is equal to 1. I less than or is equal to 5, and I plus plus. It is representing number of rows should be printed. Once that is done, if I value is 1, this first inner loop should print 4 spaces. That means if I value is 1, this first inner loop should execute for 4 times to print spaces, and 1 star is required. Inner loop should execute 1 time. So here, this is very clear. If I value is equal to 1, inner loop should execute 1 time. If I value is equal to 2, this inner loop should execute 2 times. If I value is 3, this inner loop should execute 3 times. Are you able to understand the logic of the second inner loop? If I value is 1, 1 star should be printed. Okay, the inner loop 2 should execute 1 time. If I value is equal to 2, 2 stars should be printed, second row. If I value is 1, that means the first row. In the first row, only 1 star should be printed. Second inner loop should execute only 1 time. If I value is equal to 2, that means it is a second row. Second row, 2 stars. That means this loop, second inner loop should execute 2 times. If I value is equal to 3, that is a third row. In the third row, 3 stars should be printed. So second inner loop should execute 3 times. If I value is equal to 4, that means it is a fourth row. In the fourth row, we need to execute 4. We need to print 4 stars. Second inner loop should execute 4 times. If I value is equal to 5, if I value is equal to 5, I need to print 5 stars. That means second inner loop should execute 5 times. Are you guys able to understand my logic? Are you guys able to understand my logic? So whenever you have a problem, first you need to decode the problem. Whenever you have a problem, first you need to decode the problem. My problem is left triangle. I need to print left triangle. I need to print left triangle. Are you guys getting my point? So here I have decoded my program. Left triangle means in the first row, 4 spaces required, 1 star required. In the second row, 3 spaces required, 2 stars required. In the third row, 2 spaces required, 3 stars required. In the fourth row, 1 space required, 4 stars required. In the fifth row, 0 spaces, 5 stars required. That is my left triangle. To implement this left triangle, we need to print spaces and we need to print stars. To print spaces, I have taken one inner loop. To print stars, I have taken another inner loop. To represent number of rows, I have taken one outer loop. One outer loop, two inner loops. Inner loop 1 is responsible for printing spaces. Inner loop 2 is responsible for printing stars. And if you observe our decoding, number of spaces are decreasing, number of stars are increasing. So if row value is 1, if I value is 1, that means I value 1 means first row. For first row, how many stars should be printed? 1 star should be printed. So can I write second inner loop like this? Into j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I, comma j plus plus. Is it valid? Is it valid? Now can I write here system.out.println of star? Is it valid? Is it valid now? Come on, guys. Is it valid or not? If I value is equal to 1, first row, j less than or equal to I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, 1 star will be printed. When the I value is 2, it will become second row. So here, 1 less than or equal to 2, 2 less than or equal to 2, 2 times this inner loop will execute, 2 stars will be printed. When I value is equal to 3, third row, 3 stars should be printed. 1 less than or equal to 3, 2 less than or equal to 3, 3 less than or equal to 3. This will print 3 times. When I value is equal to 4, that means it is a fourth row. This loop will execute 4 times. When the I value is equal to 5, this loop will execute for 5 times. So loops, that means the stars are increasing. When the row is changing, stars are increasing. When the row is 1, star is 1. When the row is 2, stars are 2. When the row is 3, stars are 3. When the row is 4, stars are 4. When the row is 5, stars are 5. So is this logic correct to print the stars? Is this logic correct to print the stars? Understood, guys? Anybody not able to understand this logic? Guys, I'm trying my best to explain. I'm trying my best to explain. This logical thinking is very, very, very important. If I directly write the code, within 2 minutes, I can complete the logic, you will get the output. You will feel very happy. Yes, sir, we got the output. But how it is working? How it is working? Now, if I remove this, is it like a right triangle? Is there any difference? Whatever we have done right triangle, same thing is available now. This is right triangle program is there now. Right triangle program is there now. Same thing is there. There is no difference here. My second inner loop is for just right triangle. That's it. My second inner loop is just for the right triangle. That's it. There is no logic extra. If I value is 1, that means 1 row. When it is 1 row, 1 star. When the I value is 2, it is a second row, 2 stars. It is just a right triangle program as of now. But my requirement is right triangle. My requirement is left triangle. My requirement is right triangle. My requirement is left triangle. Left triangle. Right triangle means only stars are sufficient. But in the left triangle, spaces are important. Then stars are important. So to print the spaces, I have taken inner loop 1. To print the stars, I have taken inner loop 2. Is this clear as of now? Now shall we think about stars printing? Shall we think about the stars printing? Now tell me, stars are increasing, stars are decreasing. Stars are increasing, star I'm asking, not space. In the left triangle, spaces are there, stars are there. Stars are increasing. When the row is increasing, stars are increasing. Okay, this logic is ready. Now, let's think about spaces. In the first row, when the I value is equal to 1, that means row 1. When the I is 1, it is row 1. In the row 1, how many spaces should be printed? When the row is 1, how many spaces should be printed? 4 spaces should be printed. 4 spaces should be printed. Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Now, integer k, where I need to initialize this value? Integer k, k is equal to, where I need to start? How many times this star should execute? How many times the star should execute? If it is row 1, 4 times it is execute. If it is row 2, 3 times it has to execute. Right? For the first row, how many times it should execute? 4 times. Total, how many rows we have? Total, 5 rows. Can I make it as 5 minus I? Can I make it as 5 minus I into k is equal to 5 minus I? Come on. If I make it as 5 minus I, now think about first row. When the I value is 1, first row, then 5 minus 1, what will become? It will become 4. If the row number is 2, 5 minus 2, it will become 3. 3 spaces will come. See the logic. Here is the magic. When I value is equal to 1, I want to print 4 spaces. 5 minus I. 4 times it will execute. When the I value becomes 2, 3 spaces I want to print, because I becomes 2 means it will become second row. In the second row, 3 spaces. 5 minus 2, 3 spaces will come. Okay. So into k is equal to row number minus I. Right. Into k is equal to 5 minus I. Then we need to write k greater than or equal to 1, comma, k minus. Decrease it. From 4, decrease it. Now let us write system.out.println of just a space. That's it. This will print a left triangle. If I remove this first inner loop, it will become right triangle. If I write this for loop, it will become left triangle. Okay. Take this code. Now, this is pattern printing. Now let me go for pattern printing 1 or pattern printing 2. This will print left. Existing program will print right. Now let's print for integer k is equal to 5 minus I. Then k greater than or equal to 1, k minus. Okay, now let's go inside this, print the spaces. System.out.println of just empty space. That's it. Okay, this is representing rows, this is representing spaces, this is representing stars. Save this program. What is the name? Pattern printing true. Pattern printing 2.java. Save it. Now Java C space pattern printing 2.java. Here illegal start of expression. Okay. Greater than equal to 1. Save it. 2.java. Java space pattern printing 2. Is it logic working as expected? Is logic working as expected, guys? Not working. See the problem? Where we have done the mistake? See that? Integer k is equal to total I minus 5 minus I. 5 minus I will become 4 here. K greater than or equal to 1. K minus. System.out.println of space. the problem is print ln. The problem is print ln. Remove that. Remove that. Java C pattern printing 2.java. Java space pattern printing 2. Working? 4 stars printed, 4 spaces printed, 1 star printed. 3 spaces printed, 2 stars printed. 2 spaces printed, 3 stars printed. 1 space printed, 4 stars printed, and 5 stars printed. Are we able to implement left triangle also? Now, can I do one magic now? Can I do one magic now? Can I do one magic now? Yes or no? Are you ready? Now see here, guys. I am going to make a small change in the second inner loop. I am making a small change in the second inner loop. What is that change? Here, currently star is printing. Na? I am making it as a space, star space, save it. What is the change I am making? Extra space I am giving after the star. Save it. Java C pattern printing 2.java, Java space pattern printing. Pyramid is printed. Pyramid is also printed. Guys, with the same program, are we able to print the pyramid also? What is the change I made? What is the change I made? Space. Space is the change. Now, if I remove this space here, if I remove this space and save it, remove the space here and save it, then compile the program, run the program, left triangle printed. Left triangle printed. If I give space, here space, save the program, Java C pattern printing 2.java, Java space pattern printing 2, pyramid is printed. That is the magic. Abracadabra. Nothing magic here. Space is making the difference. Space is making the difference. If you remove the space, it will become left triangle. If you add the space, it will become pyramid. Are you guys clear with my point? Now, check this logic. Check this logic. You will understand. Interesting pattern printings. Interesting pattern printings. Are you guys able to understand inner loop 1 and inner loop 2? Are you guys able to understand inner loop 1 and inner loop 2? Inner loop 1 is printing spaces. When the row number is increased, spaces should be decreased. Stars should be increased. First inner loop is representing spaces. Second inner loop representing stars. First inner loop is increasing. First inner loop is representing spaces. Second inner loop is representing stars. Outer loop is representing number of rows. Look at this. Now, let me give the dry run of this program. Let me give the dry run of this program. Now observe. Integer I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. That means this loop will execute 5 times, guys. Why this loop is executing 5 times? I want to 5 rows. I want to 5 rows. So this loop will execute for 5 times. To represent a number of rows, I am executing this loop for 5 times. When the I value is 1, that means first row. In the first row, 4 spaces plus 1 star required. So this first inner loop should execute 4 times. second inner loop will execute for one time. When the outer loop I value is 1, first inner loop should execute 4 times. Second inner loop should execute 1 time. Because in the first row, 4 spaces are required, 1 star is required. Are you guys able to understand this logic? Are you guys able to understand this logic? So here, outer loop represents the number of rows should be printed. First inner loop should represent how many spaces should be printed. Second inner loop will represent how many stars should be printed. Now you look at this diagram. For the first row, 4 spaces required, 1 star required. That means when the I value is 1 in the outer loop, first inner loop should execute 4 times. That's why 5 minus I value is 1. K value will start from 4. 4 greater than or equal to 1, print 1 space. Then 3 greater than or equal to 1, print second space. 2 greater than or equal to 1, print third space. 1 greater than or equal to 1, print fourth space. Then K is decrementing na. From 4 it will start. It will print 1 star. Then it will become 3. It will print 1 star. It will become 2. It will print 1 star. It will become 1. It will print 1 star. When it becomes 0, this loop will terminate. When the I value is 1, K value will become 4. This loop will execute 4 times. And this loop will execute 1 time because here J less than or equal to I. If I value is equal to 1, K value will become 4. This loop will execute 4 times. 4 spaces will be printed. J less than or equal to I. J is 1, I is 1, 1 less than or equal to 1. This will execute 1 time. So when the I value is 1, K loop will execute 4 times and 4 spaces will be printed. J value is 1 and J loop will execute for 1 time, 1 star will be printed. When the I value will become 2, it is K is equal to 5 minus 2. K will become 3. This loop will execute 3 times for second time. It will print 3 spaces. It will print 2 spaces. When the I value is 3, 5 minus 3, it will become 2. 2 spaces it will print. When the I value is equal to 4, 5 minus 4, 1, it will print only 1 space. When the I value become 5, 5 minus 5, 0, it will not print anything. Understand? When the I value is increasing, K value is decreasing, number of spaces are decreasing. When the I value is increasing, J value will become I value, it will print stars. It will print the stars. Understood the logic now? When the I value is increasing, K value will decrease. That's it. Because when the row is increasing, spaces should decrease. Then how pyramid is printing with this? If I give space, how it is becoming pyramid? When I give space, how it is becoming pyramid? Now here, after printing 1 star here, spaces are there. 4 spaces are there. 4 spaces are there. 1 space extra it came. When I print it, here 3 spaces are there. Here spaces are there. Here 1 space is 2 spaces are there. Here 1 space is there. Here 2 spaces are there. Here 3 spaces are there. Here 4 spaces are available. When you add the star, it will become pyramid. When you remove the space, it will become left triangle. When you give the space, it will become pyramid. Pyramid. Understand? Pyramid, left triangle, right triangle. Why we are taking K minus minus? Huh? We need to decrease the K value, right? We need to decrease the K value. I is equal to 1. 5 minus I, that means 4. 4 means 4 greater than or equal to 1. 1 space will print. K will decrease. K will decrease. To print the values, to print the spaces. K value is starting at 4. It is decreasing. It is decreasing. K minus minus. Why we are taking K minus minus? Spaces are decreasing. Why J plus plus? Rows are increasing. Rows are increasing. Are you clear with this program? Perfect. Thank you guys. I will upload these programs into class notes and I will update the class notes of our chapter 2. All these programs I will upload in the class notes. In another 10-15 minutes, I will upload the class notes. Okay, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we don't have classes. So tomorrow is Dasara and Thursday also I'm giving holiday for Dasara. 5th and 6th, we don't have classes. On Friday, we have our next class. Friday, offline class also will be available. 5th and 6th, no classes because of Dasara festival. On Friday, we have our regular session. Friday, I will come for the offline class. Thank you guys. We'll see you on Friday. Happy Dasara. See you on Friday. I wish you all of you happy Dasara. Celebrate with your family and friends. We'll meet again on Friday. Please practice chapter 2 programs. Chapter 2 programs are very, very important. Thank you guys.